Looks like the beard and the durs. Looks like the deer and the birds are enjoying Colin's little snack you left for him.
Hi, I'm Tony Fastdaughter. I'm Tony Fastdaughter. I'm Tony Fastdaughter. My family has been blessed to farm in Montana for over 100 years now, and it wouldn't be possible without the great team we have and blessings from our Savior Jesus Christ.
Back in the combine. Finishing up cutting the durum that we left here a week ago. Is a little green yet. It's still a little wet, but we got more rain forecasted tomorrow. 2 inches of rain last week after we finished cutting, so that's pretty sweet. But get this durum cut off, and then we'll maybe go plant some winter wheat later on. But I saved the best for last. It's like 50 bushel. It's up irrigated, means it's wet underneath the ground here. Really nice wheat. 45, 49, 51, 53 bushels per acre, and a little damp. Woo, we're going to blend that off. 60. Oh my goodness. That's like cutting 20 acres of some of our wheat this year. Unbelievable. Pretty crazy what this ground can produce if it just gets moisture. Rain is a good thing. I think there's a country song about that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that and start farming around it, because I don't think that ground's gonna dry up much. Really green over there. Could use tile on about 4 acres of our farm. Really not worth it. All done cutting here. Gonna head back to the bins, but I'm gonna switch my work conditions. This is on my advanced crop settings to clean out. Oh, there's a bunch of them. And it's gonna speed my fan way up and change my rotor, concave sieve settings, and just get everything opened up and cleaned out in my machine. Let that run just for a few minutes and get everything through as much as possible. It's like we ended up with about 250 bushels, so times $14 a bushel, $15 a bushel right now, that's, we can do the math. Looks like the beard and the durs. Looks like the deer and the birds are enjoying Colin's little snack you left for him. Set this auger up or conveyor up, and then we're gonna pull a little durum out of the bin that we cut the other day that's good and dry. Mix that into the truck. Same time we dump that moisture, high moisture durum in the cart into the truck. Blend it all up. I think it'll be just perfect. That dry grain will suck the moisture really fast out of that high moisture stuff. So. Weeds kind of got out of control here, as you can tell. Maybe you should bring them over here tomorrow. Now we're mixing it back into the cart just to get a little more consistent, so we don't have a bunch of green stuff going at once and the dry stuff and it doesn't mix right. Cause problem. So, extra step, but I think it'll be worth it.
Well, I'm gonna take the grain cart 370 home tonight, and Tony's gonna dump the rest of the truck, so I'm gonna take off.
Didn't combine moved home today. I don't know what to say. Yesterday got the truck dumped, grain cart moved home, one of the headers home. Now we're moving combines home. Get these put in the yard, get it blowing off when we get a chance, and put away. Actually, we're probably gonna go through them and do a bunch of work on it before then. But yeah, just cleaning up stuff after harvest. County's out mowing. Well, the county mows the ditches around here in the fall, gets the tall grass off the edges of the road, so the snow does not drift across the roads and close them in the winter time. That's why our roads are so much higher here. You've noticed that in the past, tall roads, it takes lots of snow to fill up the ditches before the road gets closed. So that's why everything's taller here for roads. Because the occasional year we do get a lot of snow. Well, we got the combines home here and got the rock picker tractor up at the shop here. Got the fluids all checked, got the windows cleaned up on the tractor, ended up changing the hydraulic hose that we luckily had one that actually was a little bit too long, but it'll work. Let's go pick some rocks. I think it's gonna be a lot like land rolling, where it's kind of fun for like the first hour or two. I think it's really boring.
Well, since the field is dried up, I'm gonna take the swather and go finish swathing the hemp. This ought to be fun.
Well, back 20 years ago, when our fields were half planted, we'd only plant half of our acres a year, and the other half would be cultivated, plowed, well, tilled, summer, fall, whatever you want to call it. We would work the weeds down 2 or 3 passes a year, turn the field black, there'd be no residue left, and all the rocks would come to the surface because that's just the way that the sweeps and the toolbar would pull them up. So it was really easy to pick rocks back then. There'd be no residue out there, no stubble to pick up and throw in the rock picker together, so a little different than now. Now with no till, we don't really dig deep at all to pick at them rocks and lift them up, so it's been years since we've had the rock picker go over fields, but we're gonna do it now. It's gonna be kind of messy, getting a lot of straw and dirt, I'm sure, but we'll go out and pick, do what we can, pile them up. So, kind of boring, huh? Lots of circles, run around, looking for rocks, spin around, back up because you missed one, go back and get it. Well, apparently in all my joy of picking rocks, I've lost track of time. It is now supper time, and I better go check on Colin first, see how the swathing's going. He was having trouble jamming earlier, and I don't know if it's a different variety in the field he's having trouble with, or if hemp is just a fit this year. I don't know. Got really good with the combines last year. Maybe your sickles wore out. I don't know. Well, the drought has really taken this stuff back too. That and the grasshoppers, it's just not much of a crop here. There's lots of pods, like the seed buds or whatever you want to call them, are falling to the ground because the grasshoppers are chewing on them. The seed that's in them isn't mature enough yet to combine. So as the grasshoppers keep chewing them off, we just keep on losing more seed pods. So the plan is just to swath it and bale it for the fiber, because there's really not enough seed here to mess with. I mean, there's some in there, but not a lot. So we're running it through the conditioner rollers on the swather. That's breaking up the stems, cracking them, just like it would alfalfa to get the alfalfa to dry. But this fiber, we want it to get kind of softened up and the moisture can get into the stalk and get the fibery, stringy stuff they want to use to process separated from the hard, oh, I can't think of what the actual term is for it. Herd, maybe? I don't know, that's probably not right. But they need the moisture from rain and weather, even maybe snow. I think we'll bale it before then because I want to take care of the weeds that are out here. But they want that moisture to break down that glue that holds that all together. To get the two parts of those stems separated easier at the processing facility. So, yeah, that's about all I know on hemp. Colin's been hating it because he got into some of that fiber varieties and it was really tough and started jamming up a sickle. If we continue to raise fiber, we might have to have a disc spine head or whatever to cut it. Well, hemp's done being swathed for now. I might go out and finish that variety that kind of started regrowing after the drought yesterday, but maybe I should do it now. It's kind of getting blue. Maybe I will go do that now. Anyways, Colin's getting the cart washed up. I got the one of the 10-inch augers in the shop here now too. Needs a new starter flight put on, and it has some hydraulic leaks on the mover kit on it. So I'm gonna work on getting this thing ready to go because, you know, we got such a big crop to move this year. Actually, we got canola trucks coming to pick up canola here, and I don't have an auger to clean out the one bin, so I'm gonna get that thing put on. And yeah, new shirts for Farm Focused. Yeah, you guys remember Nick that used to work for me, big bearded guy? Came to the shop one day after he had taken a different job and wrote "Dude, I Love Farming" on the board. Took a picture of it. That's a T-shirt. So Farm Focus, go check it out. Red and green, because I know you guys all think I hate John Deere, but at least I give you a green shirt to pick from. I know I don't hate John Deere, just so you know. You all think I do. Well, a couple of you think I do, but I don't. Well, it looks like Colin found a couple souvenirs yesterday. He wasn't even supposed to be the one doing the rock picking. Why don't you want to start? Oh, this thing has a bad steering sensor switch. Well, I remember this spring in this hemp field we had like 6 different variety trials across here. Well, the one that's still green is Yuma and Jimma varieties. They're supposed to be, I think they're from China variety. I don't know for sure. I think that's where they're from. They kind of refired now with this rain and they're kind of growing, so I'm not really sure what I should do with that. Really don't want to wait because it looks like the real winner this year on the trial was the wild buckwheat. It's growing quite nicely, so I want to get this disc down because I really can't see through that next year because it's a vine. One variety kept slugging the sickle for Colin. And I don't know why, and I really don't want to jam it up again, but we'll find out if I can get it cut. Well, that didn't last real long. Jammed the sickle, went and looked on my climate. That variety, dark blue one right there, B-Lab, whatever that means. That stuff is tough, my goodness. All the other varieties, cut right off clean. This one's a bugger. Definitely a bugger. Which probably is good for fiber, but not very good to deal with. Well, pull the end of the sickle out, put a few new sections on, got it all cleaned out. I don't know if that's gonna fix our problem or not, but only one way to find out. Let's go do some cutting. On second thought, let's go load a canola truck. Just showed up. Oh, it's kind of working, except for that really annoying beeper that I don't know what's going on. I wonder if we got a bad ground on the cab for the controls. But that's all that's left. So we're gonna finish this, and then we'll figure out what's going on. We made it a whole 1/8 of a mile. And it's jammed again.
Don't lie about the hemp fiber being strong.
Yeah, no kidding. And buckwheat.
Yum.
A little bit of buckwheat seed on here. Made it out of that one variety over there, and this stuff is cutting real nice. No jam sickles yet anyways. Well, hemp's done. That's a good feeling. Let that sit for a week or two. We'll bale that up, let it dry, and kind of start the whole rutting process, or I don't know. There's not going to be a whole lot of bales there, so maybe we'll just get it baled up and get those weeds all disked down. I'm gonna have to buy a disc now, aren't I? Dang it. Oh well. Every once in a while, it'd be handy to have one of those around, and plus they're good at fighting fires. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out Farm Focused, all the merchandise they have from everybody, and farm hard, pray hard. See you next video.